It's a music and dancing. Look.
Yeah. Pook knows this one. It's one of her favourites. Hi again and welcome back. Pook and I have decided to bring Pook's young nephew along to the Udon Thani Museum and have a look around, see what's inside here. The colonial style building that now houses the museum was built during the reign of King Rama VI. It's located on Posi Road and backs onto the south side of Nong Prajak Park. The original purpose for the commission was that it would be used as a school. The building work started in 1920 and was completed in 1925. King Rama VI officially opened the building, naming it Rachinutit. In 1930, the use of the building changed to it being used as an office for the promotion of women's culture. In 1973, it became the Regional Education Office. The museum that is there now was established inside the Rachinutit building and opened in January 2004. It was designed to show cultural heritage, history, archaeology, art and traditions, including the lifestyle of Udon Thani people from the past to the present day. The museum has recently been going through a major refurbishment program and reopened just a few days ago.
Sahara Desert. The land's very wide, isn't it? Very,
It is, yeah.
Made me thinking it might be of what's that? Greenwich Park.
Do you know, funny thing is, this morning I was thinking of that, about how we could go to Greenwich Park and you get big flat areas of grass where you can run around or exercise dogs or whatever.
Yeah.
And it's very unusual to find such a big open space like this without a few market stalls on it or something like that. You know, it's just purely for aesthetics. And this building is all about aesthetics. There's a bit of controversy around this cafe that's been built beside it. Who is it who owns that new building or paid for that new building?
Oh, I'm not too sure, but someone mentioned the guy owns 7-Eleven or something there.
Okay, so not sure if it's actually absolutely true, but we've seen something where there's a bit of controversy. People are getting
Belong to CP.
bit annoyed that a private venture like 7-Eleven has been allowed, or the guy that owns 7-Eleven has been allowed to build this.
Sorry. It's big talk at the moment because Udon Thani people, they're not happy about it, about this building.
Yeah.
Because they try to get attention from the museum building.
Yeah, it's
and it's quite big coffee shop, you know, it's quite big and it's private company.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. Why? If you're building a coffee shop next to a museum, look at the size of the museum.
Yeah.
Look at the size of the coffee shop next to it.
Yeah. Oh, we have a look in there. What
Yeah, we'll go in there anyway, but it does seem extensive. That seems more like a function hall.
Yeah.
Maybe a coffee shop and a little cafe, but also it's like the kind of place they'd rent out space for weddings and things like that, maybe. You imagine this would be an ideal place for a wedding, wouldn't it? But if that's the case, should it be a private venture who's paid for the building, who will then be profiting from the wedding, or should it be
I don't know.
Udon Thani City?
How about the front one? You like it?
It looks lovely. I think it really looks nice.
But I'm not too sure about the duck.
Ducks, it's strange for me
For
because
me, I think they should put
the pottery.
Yeah, หอยลายบ้านเชียงกระปุ้มเนาะ That really Udon Thani thing to make fun of it, you know. Yeah. And there are some red lotus coming up a little bit. They went to the councillor went to get red lotus from the lake over there where we went
in
before.
Udon Thani,
and then they bring it here to grow. So hopefully in the future the lotus coming up more. But I'm not too sure about the duck.
Well, no, it's strange. Those ducks, I've never really understood that. That's sort of like a symbol of Udon Thani. You go to Nombrachak Park, just over the back here. We'll go out there in a little while. And they've got the big ducks here, and it's like the symbol of Udon Thani. Rubber ducks. It doesn't really make a lot of sense. Whereby the traditional pottery that they make here in Udon Thani...
A lot of people still not get about the duck.
No.
But a lot of province districts, they try to make landmark for themselves. You know, they try to bring something in to make people
instantly recognise
yeah, like,
it.
Oh, that Udon Thani, that, you know. But,
you could think of something slightly better than a rubber duck, couldn't you? It just reminds me of Sesame Street, Rubber Ducky. There was a song on Sesame Street about a rubber duck. But the thing is, what Pook's saying about the pottery, it would have looked much nicer with this building to have two massive traditional pots, this traditional pottery that they do in Udon Thani. That would have looked so much nicer, so much classier, I think, if they had that in the lake in the lake, the small lake out there, the pond. And then the backdrop of this museum. I think probably that would have been a bit more fitting. But yeah, I mean, you can see the size of this place here. It's meant to be a coffee shop, but look at the size of it. Very modern type building. It looks like they've used steel and copper. It's all made of metal by the looks of it. Let's go and have a look. Some parts have rusted on the front, and then you've got these other panels here. And that's rusting as well. It looks like it's all made of steel, and some of it it's coated, but some of that coating is falling away, allowing rust to come through. It's one of those modern looks that some people like. Colours look quite nice though. But just look at the size of it. There you go. In fact, it's bigger than the museum. There's the museum. And the coffee shop at the side is bigger, I would say.
Look, you can see the
yeah, that's what Pook's talking about. Over there in the distance.
Yeah. I think that should be nice in front of this, you know, where the pond in front of the building.
Over there in the distance, in the park, right in the middle of the lake, you can see the pottery. And if they had that, something like that, on that pond or that lake in front of the museum, would have looked a bit more classy than a couple of rubber ducks, I think. Where's the entrance? Can we get in here?
This is exit pen. Entrance over there. This is exit.
Lovely looking building. And then over there, the matching colour buildings over there, that's a government office for education. Primary education, I saw the sign. Udon Thani Primary Education Services, I think it says. Is this not the entrance here, Pook? Is this not the entrance here, this door? The museum's fully accessible to wheelchair users too. Pook?
They should try again. ค่ะอาคารโน้นเหรอคะ We have to
อาคารข้างๆเนี่ยค่ะ
อาคารกาแฟนี่ใช่ไหมคะ
มันเป็นอาคารพิพิธภัณฑ์ค่ะ
Okay, we got to register in the building
มัน
first.
จะได้คีย์การ์ดเข้า
Okay, we have to register and then they give you card to get through. ตรงกาแฟใช่ไหมคะ Okay, you have to register and then they give you card to get in.
Okay. You know, maybe they're going to use this as part of the museum shop or something.
Yeah.
Maybe sell souvenirs.
She just said that there is a part of museum building.
Well, maybe.
We haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. It's like a museum souvenir shop, although it's not complete by the looks of it. Of course, you've got the obvious rubber ducks there for sale, 20 baht each, little key rings. But these little pots, this is what Pookie was talking about. This is sort of like the symbol of Udon Thani. They use the red clay from the ground here. You look around at any open piece of land that's not been cultivated or got grass on it or anything like that. And you'll see it's like a very bright red colour. And they make these pots from it with this design. They sort of like coat it in a glaze, but then they scratch this design into it and then fire it. And I agree with her. I think that would look much nicer if there was a big one of those out there instead of the rubber ducks. Plenty of plenty of staff working as usual. There's always plenty of staff. Just having a look. There's the coffee shop down there. What else have we got? It looks like an information centre there. So it's not just a coffee shop that we thought it was from outside. Seeing people complaining online about the private sector being involved in this is it's a bit misleading, really, when you come and have a look at it. Maybe the guys put all this money up for this building to provide a souvenir shop and an information centre, and then as part of that, the deal is that he has a coffee shop here. I don't know. We'll find out.
So first you have to register to get in first, and then they give you a card.
Okay.
And also they give you this bag to put your shoe in.
Oh, so you're walking around barefoot?
Whatever you want to see, you can use this card to tap it in to go through to the section in there.
Oh, I see.
Okay.
Thank you. Any charge? Is there any
ไม่ได้
charge?
ฟรีใช่ไหมคะ The free charge here.
So it's all free admission, no charge at all?
ค่ะ And also you can donate after if you want to, but
Okay.
free charge.
ขอบคุณครับ
Okay. บัตรที่ยังไม่ได้บัตรยังไม่ได้ Oh, okay. So you leave your ID here. After you finish, you come back with
And
your
collect
card,
your
and then
ID.
they give you your ID card back.
So
Okay.
security's good, yeah. Thank you.
ฮะอะไรนะคะค่ะพี่ดูอันนี้ก่อนได้ไหมหรือว่ามันมีเวลา
ตรงนี้มันไม่ค่อยมีอะไร
Here is not much to see, but
Okay.
our time you can go there first, and then we come back here.
Okay, we'll have a look when we're finished.
Last book.
Are you our personal guide?
Huh?
Is she our personal guide?
Personal book?
Is she our personal guide?
I'm not get that one.
She understands. I thought personal guide, someone to show us around and tell us
no,
what's
they don't
up.
do that. ไม่ได้เป็นไกด์เฉพาะเนาะ She's not too sure about that. She just start. So
Okay, that's fair
in
enough.
the future.
Uh-huh.
ถ่ายข้างในถ่ายได้เนาะ
ได้ค่ะ
So you allow camera in there too.
Good. Fantastic. ขอบคุณครับ
ข้างหน้าเนาะขอบคุณค่ะ
เพราะว่ายังไม่มั่นใจเท่าไหร่
She's not too sure, not confident yet, but
You're doing a good job.
need someone to push up a little bit.
It's like going down on the tube in London.
Like the airport too.
ขอบคุณครับ Do you tap that?
Yeah. Oh, that's good. Got
What is this? Is this the... oh, I see, the airport there.
It's Udon Thani map.
It's like a 3D map of Udon Thani. Airport
So-
down there in the southwest.
No, it's up there.
Centre, there's the city shrine. You see?
This is music and dancing. Look.
Yeah. Pook knows this one. It's one of her favourites. In here? Ah, Pook. Pook. Look, you're missing all of this. What's your name?
มิว
Miu?
มิวแจน
Huh?
แจน
Zan. Oh, nice. Look, you think the...
อยากรู้ให้คนมาเริ่มจากห้องนี้แล้วก็ไล่ไป
Okay. We start from here first, and then
แล้วก็คีย์การ์ดเอาไว้แตะมือ
keep thatเอาไว้แตะ
Thank you.
future in your hand.
Looking at the way forward for Udon Thani.
Chinese temple.
Beautiful, isn't it? I like this wraparound screen. The card they give you to get in the place, you use on these touchpads, and that starts off a commentary as to what the display's about, and this is about the rebuilding or the refurbishment of the museum. You see how they stripped it right out there? Completely rebuilt these floors. You can see all this timber work they've refurbished. Do you know something else I'm finding very unusual being in here? This looks like a European building. Look at the bricks.
Maybe this is...
These aren't Thai style bricks.
I have to have a look. This is start from Rama something, because back then, that when European start coming in.
That's what I think these are. These look like European bricks, because Thai bricks are very small and the mortar joints are much bigger. Or they use the block work, but this is quite an old building. Do you know? Oh, we'll ask when we get back to the reception. These look like European bricks. Well, definitely one. And look at looking at the arches over the top of the doorways there. That's a very traditional kind of.
Here we go. Must be that. Yeah.
อาคารราชนิพิษก่อสร้างแล้วเสร็จในปีพุทธศักราช 2468 โดยมีสมเด็จเจ้าฟ้าบริพัตรสุขุมพันธ์หรือกรม
What did you say, Pookie?
They mentioned Rama 6, sorry. Must be Rama 6.
Rama 6. To do with the construction of the building.
Start พระราชธรรม He the one give the name to Rama 6. He the one give the name back then and they change it to Akan Rachi.
The ladies that work here at the museum were explaining that the brickwork and the colonial style of the building was due to the French and what was going on in Vietnam and Thailand at the time. And that explains why the bricks are like that. It's just something I picked up on. Very unusual to see those bricks outside. Let's have a look in here, Pookie. Thank you very much.
This is like ice cave.
The ancient world of Isan in marine life. Oh, okay.
This is like an aquarium. I just recognize her face look like Amy.
M, your
หน้า
friend.
คล้ายๆเอมี่อะไรคะเอมี่อาสยามหรืออะไรอ่ะพี่ก็จำไม่ได้คนที่เราจะพูดว่าแบบแม็กซิมอะไรนี่แหละ
Prehistoric times.
Is it connect? You're not allowed to sit on there.
No.
Oh, look.
Ooh.
ยกตัวขึ้นมากลายเป็นที่ราบรุ่มแม่น้ำและทะเลสาบอันอุดมสมบูรณ์
So are they in Isan, this bar?
Yeah, it would have all been covered with water, and then you had the ice age when everything was ice, and then as that started to thaw,
Yeah.
then you started to get life, and then the water levels dropped around all over the world, and then you started to get the sea creatures coming out on land, and
Like a fossil.
yeah. Well, that's probably what they're finding in Udon Thani, the fossils. We might even see some in a minute, some of the fossils they found here.
And they got dinosaur on the back.
ทั้งไดโนเสาร์ที่กินพืช
You've
เช่น
signed.
ไดโนเสาร์
You know, you complain about those lizards. You complain about those lizards and geckos in the house.
Yeah.
Just as well you wasn't around during these times, isn't it?
We got boom.
รวมถึงไดโนเสาร์ขนาดเล็กอีกหลายชนิดและรอยเท้าไดโนเสาร์และทางอยู่ในป่า
Turtle.
และจระเข้ขนาดใหญ่
Well, creatures that we recognise now,
Really?
rhinoceros,
Have you got this one
elephants.
too?
Yeah, I would imagine so, yeah, because they must have found bones and things to prove that these life forms were here.
Yeah.
เกลือคือสิ่งที่สำคัญ
อุดรธานีเกิดพิพิธภัณฑ์สถานแห่งชาติบ้านเชียงพึ่งในปี 2518 การสอบปรุงครั้งสำคัญในปี 2549 โดยสมเด็จพระเทพรัตนราชสุดาสยามบรมราชกุมารีเสด็จพระราชดำเนิน
Go. This is Prince Prajat. It's he who established the military base here and is still recognised as the founder of Udon Thani. This is a model of the military base that Prince Prajat established, and it's just hard to imagine that this has grown into the city that we now know.
This is like a train.
Yeah.
Oh, I love this.
It's just like being on a train, look, looking out the window.
It's weird. We're going to training.
GI มากอดจูบกับพวกเมียสาวเดี๋ยวพวกไอ้ฟ้าไอ้ดินเลยเด็กเล็กนิดหน่อยมันเลยนะหลวงท่านเพิ่งบอกมาระวังจะไม่พอใช้หรอกนะยิ่งพวกแถวบ้านนะยิ่งไปแย่เลยพวกนี้เขาก็มาพวกเกย์เราเดี๋ยวนะแล้วจะให้พวกเราเนี่ยไปเปลี่ยนแปลงอะไรมันก็คงไม่ได้นะก็คงต้องอยู่กันไปนะใช่พวกเราก็ต้องทำมาหากินต่อไปนะว่าแล้วนะพวกเราจะไปกินข้าวแล้วก็
Put some curlers in. You're not. Have you ever used one of those before?
We used to have telly, something like this before. The one, our one single one. Good, isn't it? Oh, I love this. I love this room. A lot of history here.
Yeah. It said back there that there was, on average, about 8,000 GIs in Udon Thani at any one time. There's some of the weapons though throughout the ages. Back to the old muskets up there as well. What's this? Wow, look at the old camera, photographic studio.
On behalf of the Democratic Republic of Vietnam. The agreement will be formally signed by the parties participating in the Paris Conference of Vietnam on January 27, 1973 at the International Conference Center in Paris. The ceasefire will take effect at 2400 Greenwich Mean Time, January 27, 1973.
Udon Thani people adjustment. The hospital over there and there.
I'm just saying to Pook, I'm definitely coming back here again, pay the place another visit. It's the kind of place you can spend hours. There's so much information there, and a lot of it's in English. The written word on those information boards are written in English. And so I'd like to come back here and spend a good few hours just reading through everything there. Pretty impressed with that. It's much better than I thought it would be. What happens if I come here on my own? Will I be able to give them my driving licence?
ถ้าต่างชาติมาแกใช้ใบขับขี่ได้ไหมคะ
ได้ค่ะเพราะว่ามีสาขา
Yeah you can อะไรนะคะ Yeah they just need your name and your it should be alright
Okay,
with
thank
your
you.
driving license
Right. I find that so sweet. Boom's just said, it looks expensive, let's go and find somewhere else to eat. This looks really nice, doesn't it? There's the famous duck. Initially we were going to eat here, but coming into the small cafe area, and it is very small. I'm surprised out of this big building it's only a very small area that they've allocated for this cafe, but it was too busy in there. There was a lot of people queuing up, so we decided to take Boom's advice and we shot up to Nongbajak Park and stopped off at one of the little cafes alongside the road there. If you find yourself in Udon Thani, call into the museum. It's well worth a visit. I'll finish this video off here. Please remember to hit subscribe, and if you hit the notification bell, you'll get the heads up as and when I post new videos. Thanks very much for watching, and we'll be back again soon with another video for you.